Your Chicago Cubs versus St. Louis Cardinals. It's the final game of a three-game series between NL Central rivals on the diamond in the Gateway City as the Chicago Cubs travel to face the St. Louis Cardinals Sunday night, and in the opening game of the series Friday night. The Cardinals picked up a 5-0 victory to give them a shot at a series win regardless of Saturday's result. Chicago lost for the fourth time in 6 games as they were blanked in the opening game of their set with the Cardinals on the road Friday night. The Cubs entered Saturday 66-49 and stood second in the NL Central, 5 games behind the Brewers for the top spot. Against the Cardinals Friday night, Chicago finished with 7 hits, as Ian Happ was the lone player with 2. The Cubs went 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position and left 9 runners on base in the game. Matthew Boyd, 11-5, took the loss as he allowed 3 runs on 7 hits with no walks and 3 strikeouts over 5 innings of work. Shota Imanaga is on the mound for the Cubs as he makes his 17th start of the season in the series finale. He is 8-4 with a 3.12 ERA, a 0.996 WHIP, 17 walks, and 70 strikeouts over 89.1 innings of work this season. Imanaga didn't factor in the decision in his last appearance, which came against the Reds Tuesday night. He threw 6.1 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits with no walks and 7 strikeouts in a game the Cubs dropped 5-1. In his last 3 starts, Imanaga is 1-1 with a 6.91 ERA, a 1.40 WHIP, no walks, and 17 strikeouts over 14.1 innings of work. Imanaga makes his 4th career start against the Cardinals in this contest. He is 2-0 with a 2.41 ERA, a 0.857 WHIP, 1 walk, and 16 strikeouts over 18.2 innings of work against them. Imanaga earned the win in his lone career start at Busch Stadium, which came June 26th. He threw 5 shutout innings, allowing 1 hit with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts in a 3-0 Cubs triumph, showcasing his ability to dominate this opponent on the road. St. Louis won their 2nd straight and 4th in their last 6 games as they earned the win in the opening game of this set Friday night. The Cardinals entered Saturday 59-58 and stood 4th in the NL Central, 13 games behind the Brewers for the top spot. They were 4.5 games behind the Mets for the final wildcard spot in the National League. Against Chicago Friday night, St. Louis banged out 13 hits with Jordan Walker, run, 2 RBI, and Alec Burleson, run, each recording 3. Walker, his 4th, homered for the Cardinals, who were 4 of 9 with runners in scoring position in the game. Michael McGreevy, 4-2, threw 6 scoreless innings, allowing 6 hits with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, before handing things off to the bullpen, which has been reliable in recent outings, helping maintain leads late in games. Sonny Gray is on the bump for the Cardinals in the series finale as he makes his 24th start of the season in this contest. He is 10-5 with a 4.21 ERA, a 1.169 WHIP, 21 walks, and 141 strikeouts over 128.1 innings of work on the year. Gray didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came against the Dodgers on the road Saturday. He threw 7 impressive innings, allowing 1 run on 1 hit with 1 walk and 8 strikeouts in a 3-2 Cardinals triumph. In his last 3 starts, Gray is 1-1 with a 5.29 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, 2 walks, and 18 strikeouts over 17 innings of work. Gray makes his 15th career start against the Cubs in this contest. He is 5-4 with a 2.84 ERA, a 0.92 WHIP, 17 walks, and 102 strikeouts over 79.1 innings against them. Additionally, Gray boasts a strong 17-10 record with a 3.15 ERA, a 1.109 WHIP, 48 walks, and 229 strikeouts over 205.2 innings during 36 career starts at Busch Stadium, making him a reliable veteran presence in this matchup. Division rivals always make for entertaining contests, and this one should be no different given the history and competitive fire on both sides. The Cubs have struggled to find their rhythm coming out of the All-Star break and really need to get their lineup going again if they want to build momentum on this road trip. On the mound, Imanaga has done a solid job against the Cardinals in his 3 career starts, showing the ability to limit their offense effectively. This includes a strong outing of 5 shutout innings in his first start back after missing more than a month with a hamstring injury, proving he can bounce back and deliver under pressure. Meanwhile, Gray has been inconsistent lately, making it difficult to predict how the Cardinals' offense will perform. Given the Cubs' motivation to leave town with a positive result, expect a well-pitched outing from Imanaga combined with timely hitting to carry Chicago to a much-needed victory in this crucial divisional matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Chicago Cubs ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Miami Marlins versus Atlanta Braves. The Miami Marlins will take on the Atlanta Braves at Truist Park in what promises to be an exciting matchup. This marks the 3rd series of the season between these NL East ball clubs. Historically, the series has been very competitive, with the teams splitting the last 10 matchups evenly at 5-5. Additionally, the under has hit in 6 of those games, with 2 ending exactly on the total. Both teams will be looking to gain an edge as the season progresses, making this series an important battle in the division race. Miami, 57-58 SU, 69-46 RL, and 54-58 OU, dropped 2 of 3 games to Houston in its previous series. The Marlins are 7-3 in their last 10 games. The over was 6-4, showing signs of momentum with improved pitching and timely hitting that could help them push for a stronger finish. Miami will start right-hander Cal Quantrill on Sunday against Atlanta. In his previous outing, the 30-year-old gave up 7 runs on 9 hits and 3 walks in just 4.1 innings against the Astros, struggling to find his command. This season, Quantrill is 4-9 with a 5.21 ERA and 1.37 WHIP across 22 starts totaling 102.0 innings. His road numbers mirror his overall struggles, going 3-5 with a 5.24 ERA and 1.27 WHIP in 12 starts covering 55.0 innings away from home. Quantrill will need to tighten up his control and limit damage if Miami hopes to contend in this matchup against a potent Braves lineup. The Marlins may not be on anyone's radar to make the postseason, but the ball club has made significant strides in 2025. Miami has experienced its share of success this season, particularly on offense when playing on the road. They averaged 3.9 runs per game at home, backed by a solid 4.18 ERA on the mound, showing decent pitching performances in their own ballpark. However, their road numbers are even more impressive, averaging 4.8 runs per game while allowing a higher 4.71 ERA, indicating a more aggressive offensive approach away from home despite pitching struggles. This split highlights the team's potential to keep games competitive and perhaps pull off some unexpected wins on the road. Atlanta, 48-67 SU, 49-65 RL, and 50-55 OU, was swept by Milwaukee in its previous series. The Braves are 3-7 in their last 10 games. The over-under was split 5-5. Atlanta will turn to lefty Joey Wentz tomorrow against Miami. In his last appearance, the 27-year-old surrendered 5 runs on 7 hits over 5.1 innings in a loss to the Brewers, struggling to find his rhythm. This season, Wentz is 2-3 with a 5.34 ERA and 1.45 WHIP in 30 outings totaling 57.1 innings pitched. His home performance has been particularly rough, going 1-1 with a 7.46 ERA and 1.54 WHIP in 15 appearances, 25.1 innings, at Truist Park. Given these numbers, Wentz faces an uphill battle to contain Miami's offense and deliver a quality start for Atlanta in this crucial matchup. The Braves have not been competitive enough at Truist Park, posting a disappointing 27-30 record at home, which has done little to offset their poor road performance of 21-37. This combination has sent them spiraling down the NL East standings, struggling to keep pace with division leaders New York and Philadelphia. Atlanta has dealt with a slew of injuries, especially to its pitching rotation, forcing the team to rely on less experienced arms and often overworking key starters. These setbacks have severely limited their ability to stay consistent, making it difficult to mount a serious challenge for the division title this season. The under is 18-10-1 in the Braves games against the NL East and 31-22-4 in their home games this year. Miami has pitched to a 3.70 ERA in day games, showing relative consistency when playing under the sun. Atlanta averages 4.0 runs per game at Truist Park, but has cooled off recently, scoring just 3.1 runs per game this month. Quantrill wasn't sharp in his last start, allowing several runs, but prior to that, he held his previous three opponents to just one combined run. Given his ability to rebound and Atlanta's middling offense, I believe Quantrill will get back on track tomorrow, effectively managing the Braves lineup and keeping the game within reach for Miami. The Marlins are also unlikely to put many runs on the scoreboard. They haven't fared well against left-handers this season, ranking 26th in WOBA and 24th in WRC+, highlighting their struggles against southpaws. Like Quantrill, Wentz wasn't effective in his last appearance, but he showed solid form in July, pitching to a 1.89 ERA and 0.79 WHIP over 19.0 innings. This recent uptick in performance suggests Wentz could bounce back and keep the Marlins' offense limited again. Given Miami's continued difficulties against lefties, expect a low-scoring game where Wentz's ability to limit base runners and runs will be crucial. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Marlins ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. New York Mets versus Milwaukee Brewers. A pair of National League teams close out a three-game series on the Diamond in search of a win in Cream City when the New York Mets travel to take on the Milwaukee Brewers Sunday afternoon, and in the opening game of the series Friday night, it was the Brewers picking up a 3-2 victory to draw first blood in the series. New York continued their freefall as they dropped their fifth straight and ninth in the last 10 games as they fell in the opening game of this set Friday night. The Mets entered Saturday 63-53 and stood second in the NL East, 3.5 games behind the Phillies for the top spot. They held a 3.5 game lead over the Reds for the final wildcard spot in the National League playoff picture. Against Milwaukee Friday night, New York finished with 5 hits as Jeff McNeil and Starling Marte, run RBI, each had 2. Marte, his 5th, and Juan Soto, his 27th, each homered in the loss for the Mets. Kodai Senga, 7-4, took the loss as he threw 4.1 innings, allowing 3 runs, 1 earned, on 2 hits with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. The Mets will look to bounce back in the upcoming games to halt their slide and regain momentum. Sean Manaea gets the ball for the Mets as he makes his 6th appearance, 5th start of the season in the series finale. He is 1-1 with a 3.52 ERA, a 0.957 WHIP, 4 walks and 25 strikeouts over 23 innings of work on the year. Manaea didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came against the Guardians Monday night at home. He threw 5.2 innings, allowing 5 runs on 7 hits with no walks and 3 strikeouts in a game the Mets lost 7-6 in 10 innings. In his last 3 starts, Manaea is 1-0 with a 4.02 ERA, a 0.89 WHIP, 2 walks, and 12 strikeouts over 15.2 innings of work. Manaea makes his 6th career appearance, 5th start, against the Brewers in this contest. He is 1-2 with a 5.48 ERA, a 1.391 WHIP, 8 walks and 24 strikeouts over 23 innings of work against them. Manaea is 0-2 with a 5.50 ERA, a 1.333 WHIP, 6 walks and 18 strikeouts over 18 innings of action in 4 career appearances, 3 starts at American Family Field. Milwaukee won their 7th straight and 10th in the last 11 games as they held on for the victory in the opening game of this set Friday night. The Brewers entered Saturday 71-44 and held a 5-game advantage over the Cubs for the top spot in the NL Central. Against New York Friday night, Milwaukee was limited to 4 hits with no player having more than 1. Bryce Terang, his 9th, homered in the contest for the Brewers, who went 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position and left 9 runners on base in the victory. Brandon Woodruff, 4-0, earned the win as he threw 7 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Trevor Megill worked a scoreless 9th, allowing 2 hits with no walks or strikeouts for his 27th save of the year. Quinn Priester is on the mound for Milwaukee as he makes his 22nd appearance, 17th start of the year in the series opener. He is 11-2 with a 3.15 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, 38 walks, and 93 strikeouts over 114.1 innings of work this season. Priester earned the win in his last start, which came against the Braves on the road Tuesday night. He threw 7 innings, allowing 1 run on 2 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts in a 3-1 Brewers victory. In his last 3 starts, Priester is 3-0 with a 2.29 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, 6 walks and 13 strikeouts over 19.2 innings of work. Priester took the loss in his lone career start against the Mets, which came with the Pirates on the road August 14th, 2023. He threw 5 innings, allowing 6 runs on 7 hits with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts in a 7-2 Pirates loss. Priester is 7-2 with a 3.53 ERA, a 1.221 WHIP, 24 walks and 58 strikeouts over 66.1 innings in 12 career appearances, 8 starts at American Family Field. 2 teams are clearly heading in opposite directions of late. The Mets entered Saturday reeling with 5 straight losses and 9 defeats in their last 10 games, struggling to find any consistency or momentum. Meanwhile, Milwaukee has been on a tear, winning 7 straight and 10 of their last 11 contests. Manaea was supposed to be a shot in the arm for an ailing Mets pitching staff, alongside Frankie Montas, though neither has delivered the quality starts or consistency that was hoped for. On the Brewers' side, Priester has been outstanding, going 8-0 in his last 10 starts, showcasing steady command and the ability to keep hitters off balance. The Brewers have also done a solid job providing run support when Priester is on the mound, helping him rack up wins. With Milwaukee playing at home, carrying momentum, and boasting a hot arm on the bump, the odds are heavily in their favor to keep their winning streak alive. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Milwaukee Brewers ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Colorado Rockies versus Arizona Diamondbacks. The Colorado Rockies, 30-85 5th NL West, play the final game of a 3-game series on the road in the desert Southwest versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, 55-61 4th National League West. Colorado lost to Arizona 6-1 in the opening game of the series on Friday night. The Rockies have lost 5 straight and trail first place in the National League West by 36.5 games. With its victory over California on Friday, Arizona has won 4 of the last 6. The Diamondbacks trail first in the NL West by 12 games. Colorado will play without 6 pitchers as well as position players Thairo Estrada, Orlando Arcia, Ryan Ritter, and Chris Bryant. Arizona will play without 9 pitchers as well as position players Gabriel Moreno and Pavin Smith. The Colorado Rockies are 19th in slugging percentage at .391, 24th in batting average at .236, 29th in runs scored with 425, and 30th in on-base percentage at .295. Hunter Goodman has been Colorado's most productive hitter, leading the Rockies in batting average .282, home runs 22, RBI 64, hits 107, and on-base percentage .326. Mickey Moniak is second in home runs with 17 and second in RBI with 45. Colorado has hit 188 doubles, 29 triples, and 118 home runs for 335 extra base hits in 115 games. On the mound, Colorado is 29th in quality starts with 24. The Rockies are 30th in each of the following: ERA at 6.01, WHIP at 1.62, and batting average against at 300. Antonio Sensatella leads Colorado in victories with 4, and Kyle Freeland is the leader in strikeouts with 78. Tanner Gordon gets the nod on the mound Sunday for Colorado. The right-hander this season is 2-4 with a 6.59 ERA, 1.78 WHIP, and 16 strikeouts, hoping to improve those numbers and help his struggling team find more consistency on the mound. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 4th in slugging percentage at .436, 6th in on-base percentage at .324, 8th in runs scored with 561, and 15th in batting average at .248. Arizona traded away its power supply when sending Eugenio Suarez, 36 home runs, 87 RBIs, .424 slugging percentage, to Seattle. The new leader in home runs is Corbin Carroll with 24, and Geraldo Perdomo leads in RBI with 75. Arizona has 3 players with 56 or more RBI. Arizona has hit 199 doubles, 27 triples, and 160 home runs for 386 extra base hits in 116 games. The team's balanced offensive approach combines speed and power, with players frequently getting on base and capitalizing on scoring opportunities. Their ability to generate extra base hits consistently keeps them competitive in the league standings, making them a threat in most matchups this season. On the mound, Arizona ranks 10th in quality starts with 46, but struggles in other key pitching categories, sitting 24th in both WHIP at 1 point, 3.4, and batting average against at .254, while ranking 25th in ERA at 4.54. Brandon Pfaadt, who will start on the mound Sunday for Arizona, leads the Diamondbacks in wins with 11, showcasing his ability to give the team solid outings. Zach Gallen leads the team in strikeouts with 130, providing a strong strikeout presence in the rotation. Pfaadt's personal stats reflect some inconsistency, as he is 11-7 with a 5.02 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, and 102 strikeouts on the season, indicating he can be effective, but has room to improve on limiting base runners and runs. Colorado has been in a deep slump lately, dropping 5 straight games overall and losing 5 of their last 6 contests on the road. Arizona, meanwhile, has dominated the recent head-to-head matchups, winning 4 of the last 5 games against Colorado and an impressive 7 of the last 8 played at home versus the Rockies. The struggles for Colorado are magnified by their pitching staff, which ranks as the worst in baseball this season. The Rockies sit dead last in key pitching metrics like ERA, WHIP, and batting average against, with opponents currently batting an alarming .30 against their pitchers. This is a critical weakness that plays directly into the hands of Arizona, whose offensive firepower is one of the league's best. The Diamondbacks rank 4th in slugging percentage, 6th in on-base percentage, and 8th in runs scored, all of which bode well for exploiting Colorado's deficient pitching. Colorado starter Tanner Gordon has been hit hard in his last 2 outings, surrendering 19 hits and 13 runs over just 5.2 innings combined. His season numbers reflect these struggles, with a bloated 6.59 ERA and 1.78 WHIP. On the flip side, Arizona's Brandon Pfaadt has been solid in most of his recent starts, allowing only 6 runs over 24.2 innings in 4 quality outings, though he had 1 rough game giving up 7 runs in 4.2 innings. With this contrast in pitching and Arizona's offensive edge, Expect the Diamondbacks to maintain their dominance in this matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Arizona Diamondbacks ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.